Pod Sound School presents Content Jefe, the podcast that helps online business owners make better content and more money. Let's Jefe up.
In this episode, we're going to share with you the top 5 content creation tools that every content creator needs in their toolbox in 2023.
Hello, amigo de mi alma, dulzura. Welcome to the Content Jefe Podcast by the Pod Sound School. I'm Veronica.
And I'm Studio Steve.
And I can't believe I just called you dulzura.
I liked it.
But dulzura.
You're sweet.
This podcast is for you if you are a content creator or business owner trying to figure it out content marketing and how to make money online. In each episode, we'll bring you inside the content marketing world so we can help you make better content and more money.
Yes, we can help you Jefe up, as we say. Jefe means boss in Spanish. So it's kind of like content boss. So if you're here, you are a content boss. And this episode's perfect for that. We're going to share our top 5. These are our favorite tools that we think you should really try, you should really have in your toolbox for 2023. There's 5 of them. It's going to be a quick and simple, fun episode. We'll talk about some insights, and there might even be some more tools or book recommendations or things that are sprinkled in there. Yeah,
and this is like the continuation of a series of episodes that we've been releasing, talking about content marketing and content tools.
And the year 2023.
And the predictions for social media trends.
Yes, so just go back and
listen to those or watch those and then come back to this one.
And you'll be good to go and you'll be set up to really make a big dent and get a big bang for your buck out of your content marketing and your content creation that you do. So, are you ready to get into these?
I am so ready.
All right. Well, first, before we get into it, I just want to say that Veronica really likes to do administrative stuff at the beginning of episodes. That's something I don't like. When I listen to podcast episodes, I don't like it when there's a lot of banter going on. That, to me, turns me away pretty quick from the episode. But Veronica isn't really in that same category as me. And I'm curious to know, how do you feel with that? Please let us know in the comments. Are you the type of person that prefers to kind of get a check-in with your podcast host or hosts about how their week's been going or what they've been doing since you've last heard from them? Or would you rather they just cut to the chase and get to the meat? Let me know your thoughts on that. That would be so helpful for us.
I think there are 2 different personalities, in my opinion. Or depending if you connect with the host, like you would like to know like more about what they do or what events or things that they have going on, so you can like sign up for those. Those are very helpful, and you can make the announcements very short. We don't recommend the announcements to be too long,
much more than a few minutes.
Also you have the ability to skip those.
You do.
If you get bothered by those, if you don't care, then you can just like skip.
And I know
you cover both.
And I know a lot of really boss Jefe podcasters, what they will do is keep it to a 5-minute segment because that's a skippable moment, right? Skip past 5 minutes. And then also
it seems long to me.
It is very long, but they keep it to 5 minutes or in a minute increments. And then also it just becomes a custom, and so your listeners know it if they don't want to listen to it. But also before they get into that, they announce what the episode's going to be about. And they may even say, let's do our quick catch up before we get into the episode. This will be about 2 minutes. And you could actually say stuff like that, to inform your listener. So with that out of the way.
So that was a little bit of a lecture.
Instead of an admin piece
it's up to you and your audience, bottom line.
But if we did have admin for this week or for this batch of episodes that we're recording, it is that in 2023, for the first time, we are opening our coaching program. It's called Smart and Simple Podcasting. This is something we're going to open in batches to small batches of students. And we're actually going to cap it off at 20 students to start with. And we want to manage that and ensure that every single one of our students actually comes out with a podcast. And that's actually going to be our money back guarantee with it, is that if you sign up and if you enroll in our Smart and Sexy podcasting program, that you will have a podcast at the end of 1 month that has a trailer and 2 episodes and everything you need built in with the market research and the content marketing strategy that you need, that's going to build your brand, build your business, or you can use to train your team. So it's something we've been working on so hard and we're so proud of and we're so excited to announce. So that's our big announcement.
If you're one of those who are turned off by the idea of a self-paced course, the one that you purchase and then you have to do it all alone.
Mm-hmm.
You need more of a community. You need more of a guidance of meeting your coaches face to face on a Zoom call.
Yes, and more
and
accountability.
Just having their feedback, more accountability.
And more deadlines and more schedules.
This is something that we will be offering
yes.
in Smart and Simple Podcasting. And we're super excited to meet you.
Yeah,
I hope you get to
cool.
enroll.
And it's a curriculum-based program. So you still get that course, that DIY course that you'd have, and you'll have lifetime access to that, of course, with all of our, industry leading podcasting education that we do. But now there's a coaching program that goes along with it. Really cool stuff.
And some of the tools that we're going to cover in this episode, we teach inside the program.
Yes.
So we're excited to share those with you.
Yes. And the first tool that we're going to share, tool number 1 is Descript. I like to pronounce it Descript because
it's not Descript.
I think it's Descript.
Oh, okay.
I think that's nicer. Anyway, Descript allows you to edit videos or audio like you would a Word document. They're constantly making some incredible updates. It's amazing. You can use all sorts of different ways that you can record content as files. You can drag those files into Descript, or you can record your audio directly into Descript as well. Then they have all sorts of different ways for you to export that back out. You hear every time you talk to somebody about Descript, they tell you some weird use they're using it for that I didn't even realize you could use it for.
Yeah, that's what I like about Descript is that they are on a mission to simplified content creation for people.
Yeah.
And I just love that because they are constantly making updates, releasing new features, releasing new updates. And it's just, I think that's why it's one of the tools that we recommend is because of that reason. Creating content is time consuming and you can go down this path of spending way too much time, making it way too complicated.
And learning very complicated programs.
Just leave the spending of the time and maybe the more complex task to creating the content that is going to make you money. And then the free content, you can use the tools that will shorten the time of producing that content.
Yes. You might be thinking like, wow, Studio Steve, really, if you've known me at all, if you've seen of our content, how long it's taken me to arrive at suggesting Descript for people to use as a digital audio workstation, which is an audio editing app. And I'm a person who has a background in audio production, right? So I've got that hoity-toityness of like, it's got to be perfect, right? But I've tried every DAW, all of the popular ones. And
I don't think it's hoity-toityness. I think it's out of principle.
It's out of principle.
You want to recommend the best.
And the highest quality. But is the best the highest quality, or is the best the most reasonable for a content creator's workflow? And how can we find the balance between the two? And there was an update that Descript made a while back that finally allowed it to be the full consideration for me for that reason. And it's this button that you can press that applies to all of your recordings or that individual file in Descript, and it's called Studio Sound. And Studio Sound is an AI development that they did that is a combination, basically a mixed cocktail of compression, EQ, and noise reduction. And really, it's amazing. I was dumbfounded, and I did a bunch of different tests on it. I test it all the time when we're making tutorial videos and when we're teaching it in our courses. And it's really, really amazing, very satisfactory. So now you can actually just record your audio directly into Descript, or you can record your audio in other ways, maybe with other tools. And we're going to get to that in our next tool.
Yeah.
So check out Descript. You can actually find a free trial of Descript. See if your brain works that way by going to podsoundschool.com/Descript. And now for tool number 2, Riverside FM. Riverside FM, really cool remote recording solution. They call themselves your remote recording studio.
We are fans of Riverside. We have made content for Riverside. We recommend Riverside every time we have the opportunity. And Riverside is one of those tools that we teach inside of our Smart and Simple Podcasting.
Yes.
And it's a tool that you can use to record your remote recording interviews or to record your podcast remotely with your co-host.
Yeah, or to record videos remotely or content remotely, any kind of content that you need to connect with somebody. And then there's people that also use Riverside to record themselves.
Yeah.
You could also use Riverside as a way to just replace your Zoom meetings, especially for smaller teams. You can share your screen. There's lots of cool features in Riverside.
Now, a question I get now that you talk about Zoom is like, okay, why should I choose Riverside instead of Zoom? Like I've been using Zoom. Like why should I switch to Riverside? Like what's the answer?
Riverside attempts to, the same thing as Squadcast does. Squadcast is another great solution for this. They both attempt to do what's called a double ender, which is to record the file on each person's computer before uploading it. Whereas Zoom is going to record the file after the internet connection. So they're trying to record the file before it gets all interfered with the internet connection so that it's not as dependent on the internet bandwidth from user to user. What that does is that increases the audio quality by many, many times over. So another way of thinking of it is Zoom is prioritizing your connection, staying connected, whereas Riverside is prioritizing the quality of the recording. And that's important. Because I don't know how many podcast episodes we've all listened to where the guest just sounds like they are coming from...
It sounds like a conference call.
It sounds like a conference call. It sounds like a repurposed Zoom meeting. And when you talk about video too, that's the other thing. Now, there are issues that come into this, and I'd say it's the great remote podcaster, remote content creators struggle. Now that we have these great tools like Riverside, the struggle becomes finding ways to get your guests, especially if they change every week, to give you the best possible recording on their end. Do they have a USB microphone that they're using? Do they have a decent camera that they're using? Do they have light projecting on their face, or do they have these horrible shadows from a fluorescent light that's coming above them? That's not going to look very good on your content. You know, can you get them to stand in front of a window or to open a window? Can you get them to use a USB microphone? And the real great pros at this, they actually send equipment to the people that they are going to be remote recording with. So there's a lot that goes into the world of remote recording, but Riverside is your go-to, truly is a remote recording studio.
Hey, I'm interrupting the episode for a little announcement. You know you have to create content to attract more prospects online, but the whole thing seems daunting and too much to figure it out on your own. Which social media platform should I choose? Should I start making videos for IG Reels, TikTok, or YouTube? What skills do I need to learn? What equipment do I need? Or maybe you're considering starting a podcast for your business. And if any of that's the case, we want to invite you to sign up for the waitlist for Smart and Simple Podcasting. It's our first coaching program where we, the Pod Sound School, will be teaching you how to create and launch a professional podcast from scratch. Content marketing, so your content is a lead generation machine for your business, and different ways to maximize every time you record so you can create micro pieces of content that will go on different social media platforms. We'll be holding your hand through the whole process, meeting weekly with you, making sure that you're not getting left behind. We'll be teaching students and clients about podcast and video production and marketing for 4 years. Our approach to teaching is straightforward, innovative, and fun. So hurry up and go to podcastingsmart.com/waitlist to sign up, or find the link in the description of this episode. Stop working so hard on your content. Make your content work for you. Now back to the episode.
Now we're ready to move on to number 3.
Number 3 is Notion, the Notion app. And there are so many things that you can do with Notion. It's an organization app mostly, but we are using it lately because we needed our organizational tool. And we were all set in our ways. Once again, like I've said, don't be so set on your old ways that they're not helping you. But now we're using Notion to put all of our tasks and organize them nicely so we can keep track of what we're working on, because this year we're working on like 10 different projects, like so many exciting things that we're working on. So this little app is saving us a lot of time when it comes to that. And it originated in this book that you read.
What Veronica's talking about is personal productivity, right? And we're all trying to get things done. So there's this book, Getting Things Done by David Allen. It's kind of a Bible many people think of as personal productivity. And there's other books that are also really good. There's Building a Second Brain that's really good. Also, there's The Creative Habit by Twyla Tharp that's also really good as well. And it's all about how do you organize all of this input that's coming in. So you have ideas constantly, and then your brain space gets, how do you
Clutter.
All this clutter and stuff. So how do you increase the output of your productivity while decreasing the stress, which overall is going to increase the happiness and the relaxed nature and the enjoyment and the freedom of your life? Because we didn't get into this entrepreneurial thing or this content creation thing to add more stress to our lives.
Be running around like chickens with their hands cut off.
No, we're trying to build a legacy. Obviously, it's hard work, you could say, but it should be fulfilling. So we can increase the fulfillment. And that's something that we were forced to deal with, like a shovel in the face, because our productivity levels just go really low the more input that comes in, and we're not putting stuff in the right buckets and getting things fulfilled.
Yeah.
So Notion's really cool for that reason, because it allows you to create any imaginable way of organizing your input. And there's tons of different options you have with Notion that actually build these really cool templates that you can purchase. But right now we're just using the very basic version of a task list. And it's really cool with your task list to be able to move it from to do, doing, and done. Yeah. Very fulfilling to be able to swipe that over into done. It's a place where you can share it on your laptop and you
can share with other users. If you have team members.
Very intuitive, very easy to use.
To elaborate a little bit more on that, it's been an eye-opening experience for me to realize like how much mental space all this little task take on my brain. You may not be aware of this, but just think about when you sit down to work on a project, like what are the thoughts that are getting you derailed from being in the moment working on that project? And those are the tasks that you should write down somewhere. And Notion is just a good app to use for that. Yeah. And for example, I sit down and I think that a dentist appointment is coming up, and that I didn't write the time or the day that I'm not sure for one of our kids, so I have to call the place, and because I'm disorganized, so I just have all of these things.
You think, like, I want to get this new door installed in my office.
I need to order this, or for this project, I need to do this and this. So in the morning, what you do is like you go to Notion and then you check all of the things that you have to be working on, or you have to check off your list. And that's it. They're not in your head anymore, occupied space that you can use to create what it needs to create, to do what it needs to be done.
Yeah. And that's kind of the whole idea behind the getting things done philosophy.
So hopefully it clicks with you, because sometimes with me, you have to like say it in different times, like, and I have to hear it from different people.
Well, really, you do need a place where you can catch ideas, and then you need to schedule a time to sort of delegate those ideas to where they need to go. So you have a calendar, but then in addition to your calendar, you have a to-do list, and you have to build your own productivity system that works for you. And before Notion, we were on just the Google Suite, which we love. The Google Suite's amazing. It has a calendar in there, and we still use the calendar. And then it has file management, sheets, everything else. Wonderful tool. That's pretty much all you need, right? But Notion is so much better when it comes to organization as far as tasks lists are concerned, especially in a business sense. And now the Google Drive is becoming more of a file management tool for us, which is really cool.
Okay, should we move on to the next?
The next tool, the must use. This is really Canva. This is a must.
Canva Pro.
I'm just going to talk about all of the things I love about Canva.
Yes, go ahead.
Canva Pro is a subscription that, of all the subscriptions, if you have to cancel Netflix to have Canva, then do it. Yeah. Right? I know that you've got Disney Plus, Netflix, and HBO Max, and you might even have Hulu and all the. Just pick one of those and cancel
Hulu.
Replace it with Canva, okay? It's fun. It's intuitive. It has templates. It has every imaginable design. It's a video editor. It has stock video. You can make short videos. You can make really cool infographic short videos. Perfect stuff to make to complement podcasts, music channels, everything else. Thumbnails for YouTube. It's amazing. And you need that graphical support for everything that you're doing. Yeah. Documents that you send with your team, freebies that you're going to make for people.
So let me tell you, I have no taste when it comes to graphic design. I have no training. I have no experience. I have no taste. And I'm able to create certain things. Right?
Yes, you do a great job.
Like I have to create them quickly before he catches it.
I get a face.
If I ask for feedback, then the thing gets redone.
No. I make a face and I move things around, And it's just great because you can move things around. You can move objects around in there. And it's a great starting place for anyone. And you might be thinking, well, I don't need a lot of graphics. I can just hire somebody to make my like yearly graphics. I hire a graphic artist to make, photos and things of me. But it's amazing how much content you can pump out for things like you can make your own GIFs. You want to make a GIF for an email? That's really cool. You can do your own little photo shoots and then make a cute little GIF out of it. There's just so many graphics that if you up the amount of graphical content in your content stream with your team or with your personal brand, it's going to be amazing.
We have some amazing Canva tutorials that Steven had made for our Pod Sound School channel.
Yes, very fun ones.
Very, very
We thought it would be the
cool.
most fun to reverse engineer some of our favorite pieces of artwork. So there's 2, and we could leave the link right where you're watching.
I'm the brown Jenna Kutcher.
Yeah, yes, you are.
There's this video that Steven replicated. Podcast covers.
Yes, 3 podcast covers.
And from Jenna's The Gold Digger podcast.
Yes.
He replicated that.
I redid her cover with Veronica.
With one of my pictures. So that's why I'm saying I'm the brown Jenna Kutcher.
Yes. I also did that with the YouTube thumbnails from some of our favorite YouTube creators as well. So we'll leave both those videos there. We actually have a whole playlist on our YouTube.
Put it right here so we don't forget.
Oh, yeah. That note was just made in Notion.
Yeah.
But this is not sponsored by Notion. Notion, hello.
Yeah.
We haven't set up an affiliation with Notion yet.
We should.
We're going to. However, if you do want to try Canva, this podcast episode is not sponsored by them, but we have an affiliation, so we get some nice little pennies and things when you sign up and get your free trial of Canva Pro by going to podsoundschool.com/Canva.
Yeah.
And then finally, last but not least, this is a really cool tool. It's Simplified.
I write a lot of copy, sales copy. I write emails. I write copy for our courses. I do a lot of copywriting. So it helps tremendously. Simplified is the app I use. And I'm also going to get into Jasper and try it. So basically, it's artificial intelligence technology that helps you write any type of copy that you need. Sales copy, blog articles, YouTube scripts, captions, and any type of tone, formal, informal. This is going to save you a lot of time because sometimes you just sit down in front of the computer and you have the idea, but you just can't find the right words to articulate that idea. Anyway, try it. Like, you will thank me later. Because writing is tough. Writing is tough. And when you don't know what tone to use, when you don't know the cool words, if you're doing this in a second language like I do, and you don't know how to sound cool like Americans do, because I have that problem.
And I'm no help with that.
My English is just very dry. I don't know the slang. I don't know how to sound cool, how to sound cute. I just like dry and boring. These tools are going to help you a lot.
You got to check Simplified out. It's really cool.
Right?
It's pretty cool.
So those are the tools that we have.
Those are the 5 tools.
We may have more videos with more tools, but we want to keep it short for you.
But with those tools, basically you had an audio and video editing solution, which was Descript. You had a way to record audio and video remotely, which was Riverside. Then you had Notion, which is personal productivity to keep you organized. Canva for all of your graphic design needs or your freebie needs, things like that. And then, of course, your copywriting
tool. With Jasper and Simplify.
Yes, those are your 5 amazing content creation tools. Let us know, what are you struggling with the most with content creation? Also, please, do you like podcast episodes that start with the host talking about how their week was? Do you like it or do you not like it? Let us know right where you're listening or watching this podcast. And yes, listening or watching, because you can find this podcast anywhere you listen, and you can watch the video version of this podcast on YouTube by searching Content Jefe or clicking on the thingy in the description of the episode, or you can watch it on Spotify as a video podcast too.
Also, if you're enjoying these episodes, make sure that you share them with other content creators. That will be highly appreciated. And share it on social media and tag us at Pod Sound School, POD Sound School. We are on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. and everywhere.
And YouTube. And we will happily reshare any big announcements that you have for your podcast, for any events or things that you have going on. We're here to get to know more about you as well too. So don't be a stranger. I know that me personally, I just like to consume content, and it kind of terrifies me to actually comment to my favorite content creators, but just comment. Let us know about you.
We're real
people, and we would love to get to know more about you.
We're going to go eat after this.
Yes, we are.
Some chips.
Chips? I want something more exciting than chips. I want something really exciting, like with lots of flavors and colors and everything.
Or are you going to cook?
I don't know, but something amazing.
I'm not cooking.
I'm going to cook. It's going to be real.
Oh, you know what I want? I want chili.
You want chili? Oh, yeah, good chili. But I don't know if I want like a harvesty, like winter chili. I want something that's like a little more zesty with some pineapple in there, maybe some mango in there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like a sweet chili with a kick of spice.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I always have to make the rice to go with her chili. These Colombians, they got to have rice with everything. Like, she's like, how'd you do? You want some cereal?
Insulted if I sit down to eat a meal and it doesn't have rice.
It's like, you want some pancakes for breakfast? Hey, where's the rice?
Yes.
You want a sandwich and rice?
Yeah.
Everything needs rice.
Yeah, please respect the Colombians.
Okay, well.
We love you.
See, I think the admin stuff or the chit-chatty or the talkity stuff, I think that goes better at the end of the episode. And I also think that the Patreon stuff or the hey, we got 5 new followers on our crowdfunding source stuff, that goes better, in my opinion, at the end of the episode, because those people are going to love those super fans that you have that want to listen to your banter. They're going to wait till the end to hear your banter. And then the other people, right? And the people who signed up for your Patreon, they're going to wait till the end to hear the shout out.
That's true.
Crime Salad, we've just listened to, they do that. They did their Patreon right at the end, remember? Yeah.
They do?
Yeah, because that's the better place to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. I'm sorry, girls, gals.
Folks.
Folks.
You say folks.
Non-binary folks, all of you. Love you to death.
To death?
To the moon and back.
You have to be careful with
everything you say.
Yeah. Especially with our teenagers.
Why are we still here?
I don't know.
Shouldn't we have left by now?
Oh, there you go. Saved by the bell.